Hello! Welcome to Weird World Weekly production of GalacticNetcast.com. I'm Dave Nelson, and with me as always, Matt Stein. Hello, Matt.
What in the hell are you doing?
Trying to be weird. What we
Uh,
do, man. We're weird.
no, absolutely, and you're taking the cake right now, my friend.
Cake.
I have a few cupcakes if you'd like me to smash one into the computer for you.
Don't tease me like that. Don't tease me with confectionaries. It's not nice.
Oh,
Hey, welcome to the podcast, the show where we talk about strange things, odd things in the world of paranormal, mythological, conspiracy theories, or anything else that fits into a fourth category that is what we call the grab bag. And how we figure out what we're going to talk about on each episode is how do we go, what's the procedure for that, Matt?
well, we spin this weird wheel of weirding weirdness. I have never once said the name of the wheel correctly, so I just go with it.
Well, there's a lot of W's there, so I can see. I have to slow down when I say Weird World Weekly. I can't say it fast, or else I will stumble right over it.
The weird weekly wall.
The Wall of Weird?
The wall of weird. The wheel of weird is on the wall of weird, which we utilize here on Weird World Weekly when wheeling our weirdness
On the World Wide Web.
on the World Wide Web.
That's actually kind of a cool idea. We could have the Wheel of Weird, and then we pull the story like on one of those note cards off the Wall of Weird.
Yes, which is set up like, when those people lose their minds in movies and they put the picture in the middle and there's tape everywhere.
Yes, I
That's
love that. I love
the-
that trope. That's awesome.
That is the wall of weird.
Where did I just see that? I think I saw that on like a Simpsons episode or something like that. It was like a.
I made the mistake of watching the Amazing Spider-Man 2, and he does that at some point, and then I just turned the movie off.
Yeah, that was probably a bad sign.
Well, I don't want to get into it too much, but what upset me the most is when he has the picture of Gwen Stacy and his little poster that says, "Do I have to lose you too?"
Oh my god, that's
Yep.
dumb.
Yep,
Yeah.
and never again.
Yeah. All right, that's why Sony should give up the rights to Spider-Man. They don't deserve to have them.
Agreed.
All right, so let's start this thing. Let's spin the wheel first, and then find out what we're going to talk about, and then go from there. How's that sound?
That sounds like a party that I want to be part of.
All right, here we go. Spin the wheel. I love that air coming off the wheel. It's very Okay, where it stops, that's the category where we pick the story from. Starting to slow down. Here we go. What's it going to stop on?
Grab big. God, it gets me every time.
All right. See, this is the stories that didn't really fit into the conspiracy theory or the paranormal or the mythological. Just whatever's left over is called grab bag. And the grab bag story this week is Extremely Bizarre Phobias. You got your mainstream ones like fear of heights, fear of what is fear of heights? What's that called? You know?
No. What the hell? Fear of heights. Google.
Yeah,
Where are you, Google?
for Google.
Acrophobia is the fear of heights.
Acrophobia.
Which is weird because arachnophobia is the fear of spiders.
And then what's the fear of enclosed spaces? That's
Crap.
that's
Claustrophobia.
claustrophobia. I think that's the most common to say
Mhm.
is claustrophobia.
I would agree with that, at least.
So these are the ones that are not as well known as the ones that we've already mentioned, and they're a little bit weird, of course, because this is Weird World Weekly. We don't bring anything that's not weird to the table. So the first one is pediophobia. Pedia, P-E-D-I-O, phobia And it is, what do you think? Without looking at the sheet, what do you think it is?
Fear of children.
That's what I thought too when I first saw it, but no, it's fear of dolls. Which,
I, I
kind of,
guess. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. Dolls are little children,
yeah,
per se.
it can be, I guess. So strictly speaking, it's the fear. The fear is a horror of a false representation of sentient beings. So it also usually includes robots and mannequins as well.
No, I guess.
So basically, you're worried or you're freaked out that this thing is almost human-like, but it's not.
Okay.
Sigmund Freud believed the disorder may spring from a fear of the doll coming to life,
Mm,
roboticist something something. I'm not going to even try to pronounce his name. Expanded on that theory by stating that the more human-like something becomes, the more repellent its non-human aspects appear. And that's called, what is that called? There's a word for that. Uncanny valley is what that's called. Something that's so
huh.
close to a human-looking thing, but it's not. It makes you uncomfortable.
I never knew that.
I can guarantee you, if you saw something that was so close to being lifelike but wasn't, it would give you the creeps.
Oh, absolutely.
Have you ever experienced that in your life?
No, not yet, at least. Yeah, I see a mannequin. It doesn't like creep me out, but mannequins aren't very human looking.
Yeah. But I bet you if you did see something that was as close as you'll get to a human being, but not quite a human being, it would just,
It would make me a little uncomfortable, I bet.
yeah. Okay, so moving on to our second one. This is isotrophia, or isotrophobia. It's the fear of mirrors. The fear of
Never would have guessed that.
See, I fear mirrors just because I don't like to look at myself because I'm ugly.
Wow, Dave, you are a diamond in the rough, my friend.
Okay, so let's get into this a little bit more. So this fear of mirrors is more specifically the fear of being put into contact with the spiritual world through a mirror. Okay,
All right.
because their fear often is grounded in superstitions. They may worry that breaking a mirror will bring bad luck or that looking into a mirror will put them in contact with the supernatural world inside the glass. You ever look at a mirror at night or in a dark room?
Yeah, I mean, if I go into the bathroom in the middle of the night, I don't always turn the light on.
Yeah. That's a little freaky.
Yeah, that's terrifying. But I never really think twice about it. You know, it's just there.
Now you will.
Yep, now I will. Thanks, Dave.
That's what we do here on Weird World Weekly. We don't calm your fears, we give you more fears. That's what we do.
I really appreciate that about doing podcasts with you, that you just perpetuate fears in me that never existed before.
Bring up ideas and things that you never would have thought of. All right, so here's the third of my three. You put one more in here that we'll talk about as well. This is demon phobia, which you can pretty much figure out is
Fear of demons, which you'd think it would come up with a little better name.
yeah. It would be you think it would be like some kind of Greek word. It would sound Greek, right?
Yeah, I'm looking up the Greek word for demon real quick.
Or Latin sounding, but it's not. But maybe demon's already a Latin word.
It is.
Oh,
It's,
wow.
it's just spelt, well, the demon is classic mythology. It's just spelt Daemon.
Okay.
So what's Latin? They
Isn't
do a
that
lot of Latin stuff too.
isn't demon? Isn't that a computer thing? Because I'll see that once in a while when I'll do Control Alt Delete and want to stop programs from running on my Windows machine. You'll see daemon, something demon.
Yep. It is. The daemon spelling of demon is the Latin.
Okay.
There's an actual. I'll bring it up here. A daemon is a computer program that runs as a background process rather than being under the direct control of the interactive user. So
Okay.
it's a software that runs on its own.
Okay. So I have demons in my computer. Oh no.
There's also a book about demons, computer demons, called Demon
Oh.
by William Suarez, I believe. Something Suarez.
Like actual demons or like the software?
No, the computer software.
Oh, okay.
Daniel Suarez.
Daniel Suarez. He's known for a couple other pretty famous books.
He did Kill Decision and Freedom and Influx.
Influx. Maybe that's the one I'm
I
thinking.
have not read Influx yet, but I did read Demon and Freedom,
Okay.
and like half of Kill Decision, and it lost me.
Okay. So back to this phobia, fear of demons.
Mm-hmm.
An abnormal and persistent fear of evil, supernatural beings and persons who believe such beings exist and roam freely to cause harm. Those who suffer from this phobia realize their fear is excessive or irrational. Nevertheless, they become unduly anxious when discussing demons, when venturing alone in the woods or a dark house, or when watching films about demonic possession and exorcism. You wanted to say something?
No, it sounds like the classic overly religious person.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right. You're totally right.
So I don't know if it's necessarily that they fear demons because they're overly religious, or they're overly religious because they fear demons.
It's like the chicken and the egg.
Pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah.
what came first?
Okay. Yeah, I could see a person who was suffering from this is overly suspicious of everything, not just demons. Okay, so this came from another article on Listverse, and there's a few more on that list that are pretty funny. Sufferers are most likely to be recognized by the strings of garlic around their neck, crucifixes. There you go. There's your religious angle. Wooden stakes they carry with them. I think you've taken it a little bit too far when you carry around wooden stakes with you.
Well, you never know. A wooden stake can come in handy for a number of things: spearing a piece of meat, picking up roadside trash.
Zombie
Uh,
apocalypse.
yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And killing demons.
All right. So it's a multi-tool. It's basically make a wooden multi-tool and you'll be good to go.
Absolutely.
Okay. So you threw one more extremely bizarre phobia onto this list, and what is it?
I don't know how to say it. We'll try it. Uh, Peladophobia. It is the fear of bald people. I thought it was funny. And you're bald, so it works on a number of levels.
That's why I see the look of fear in your eyes.
Every time we start a Google Hangout, I am terrified to look at Dave, and I have to instantly minimize him.
People, I think that's the feeling of a lot of people in my life. They instantly minimize me.
Here comes the bald guy! Everybody run!
All right, there you go. Those are the extremely bizarre phobias. If you have a phobia that's kind of weird, let us know. Give us some feedback on that. We'd love to hear it. galacticnetcasts@gmail.com. galacticnetcasts@gmail.com. Call it in as well. I'll leave a message on our voicemail number, which is 805-328-3966, 805-328-3966. You can go to our website, galacticnetcasts.com, galacticnetcasts.com, and we have links to this and our other shows on the network, as well as where you can listen to us, where you can subscribe to us, or just go to the source. Go to iTunes. We're on iTunes. If you do that, make sure that you leave us 5 stars and a positive feedback of some kind. We're also on TuneIn Radio and Stitcher Smart Radio for your mobile devices. We're all over the place, easy to listen to. And again, we'd love your feedback at galacticnetcast@gmail.com. Hey, Matt, thanks for doing this again with me this week.
Always a pleasure, Dave.
And until the next time we meet, what do we want to do?
We want to keep it weird, Dave.
All right, remember that. Live it. Learn it. Bye.